Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Irreplaceable, and I am your host Ira. Today I'm going to answer this question all of my friends under 25 have been asking me. What happens when your frontal lobe finally develops? And this is so interesting because I took out my time and I jotted everything down, and trust me, it happens like an epiphany. It just like one day you wake up and you are a complete different person. One day, you just like factory reset into the world and you're like, woo, like, oh my God, the clarity. Trust me, it happens like that. Like one day you would be zoning out. Remember how we got in awareness? You remember the last time when you got in awareness, like you're just minding your own business, you're just living your life, and you're just zoning out, and then one day, it's like the spirit just like comes inside you and you're like, whoa, like you've been woken up, like whoa, and frontal lobe developing is like the puberty of adulthood. Literally, this is the third puberty, is what I would say. Like, this is your spiritual puberty, okay? Like, just take a shot every time I say puberty, okay? But that is how it happens. Like, I remember on my 25th birthday, everything was going fine, everything was normal. I wasn't really happy with being 25 and whatever. I felt old. I felt like I was running out of time. I felt like I have so much to achieve, I have so much to do, and like, what am I doing with my life? And I think around September, October, because my birthday is in June, so around September, October, I finally started getting okay with it. But November was when it hit me. Like one day, November 18th, I have written it in my diary. I wake up and I'm a complete different person. Like, my brain just starts processing in a way I can't describe. Like, I woke up and I stopped giving. You get it? You get it? I cannot say these words out loud, but you get it? You get it? Stopped giving a dash. Okay? I actually stopped. I stopped caring about so much. And recently I was having this conversation with one of my friends, and I have a lot of friends who are under 25, who are under 20, and they keep asking me for advice. So today I'm going to be your bigger sister, I'm going to be your older sister, and I'm going to help you prepare and understand what to expect, because I get, people keep asking me that, hey, you know what, some things about you changed, we can't really figure it out, but could you like guide me in this, could you like help me in this? And I'm like, yes, I absolutely will. I love to help, I will guide you, I will tell you what exactly to do. And I've got this question so many times that, bro, like what happens when your frontal lobe gets developed? Like, how is it beyond 25? And I'm like, let me give you all my wisdom, okay? So I am here letting you know what factory reset is coming your way. And I took my time with this. I wrote things down for over 2 weeks. I went through each of my journal pages, read everything. I literally tracked my progress because I'm big on journaling. You can listen to my episode on journaling. I think it's from season 1, and I think it's just available on Spotify. It's not on YouTube. So check that out. And literally, the importance of journaling is to be not underestimated, okay? I keep saying this again. If you still haven't bought your journal, 2024 hasn't ended. So buy your journal and be ready for 2025. Trust me, you're gonna need this. Okay, and it helps me like track my progress. So I went through my journal pages and I saw the difference in maturity that is so wide, that is so big, the perspective shift. It is just beautiful. And I noted everything down, like what I went through, what I felt like, how it was. And oh my God, I have so much to share. So like, let's just dig into it. So when your frontal lobe fully develops, it's like leveling up to this sort of, enlightenment from like being a kid to being an adult, okay? And the way it starts is you immediately know where your priorities lie. You immediately know what's important, and you have this sense of time that is not urgent, but that is very prominent. Let me make you understand. Have this sense of urgency because things need to be done. You understand deadlines better, but you're not in a rush because you understand that the quality and the time invested matters rather than the time spent on something. And you start seeing everything as emotional labor, mental labor, physical labor, and you start segregating your lives like this. The understanding of what emotional labor actually is and managing it better comes with literal wisdom. And I swear to God, you're going to be so thankful to your brain when that happens, because you just get flooded with this level of clarity of what you want in life, of the picture of your life. Like, you have this amazing sense of clarity of what you want, where you want to be, and how you want things to be done. And trust me, it's so surreal. It is so clear. Like, oh my God, like things actually start making sense. I'm not exaggerating. So, one, you start prioritizing important things, non-important things, and then you start segregating what requires my attention, what drains my energy, where do I want to invest my energy in, because you really start putting yourself into that emotional labor, that mental load, and you start calculating life like that. So it helps you weigh in of what requires your urgent attention and what you can give your attention to. And that calculation in your mind is going to be so swift, so quick, and it's going to help you eliminate those stupid mistakes you would do before and regret. Trust me. The brightness of this like keeps getting up and down. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm literally using natural light here. It's peak afternoon and I'm just like letting the sun hit my face, but I am so excited about sharing this knowledge that I honestly don't care. So I hope you're taking away like every important critical point, because if you've not reached 25, because this happens between 25 to 27, 28, and God, when it happens, you're gonna love it. You're gonna like so much about yourself would start making sense to you. A lot of unanswered questions, a lot of situations where you wanted closure will start making sense to you because you no longer seek the answers for it. They just make sense. Situations, gray area, these things make sense because you went from questioning and looking at the world black and white, wrong or right, but you have a better understanding of how people react in a certain situation, and you get it why someone behaved the way they did. You can differentiate maturity and immaturity so easily, and you would be literally removing, immature people from your life subconsciously without you even knowing. Like, they will just become like a distant memory, they will just disappear. You will have no memory of them after a point because they do not serve your purpose anymore. And you're not doing this by force. It's just that when your wavelength, after having your frontal lobe developed, it's not going to match with them. So those things and those people will eventually take a back seat, and you would actually be very focused on having only those people in your circle who serve your true life's purpose, who help you level up, who help you be better, and who actually want good for you. That filtering out process gets so much better because you were at this point in your time where you couldn't see the red flags so clearly, you couldn't see the problems coming from a mile away, but getting your frontal lobe developed is like giving you foresight. You can already see trouble coming from a mile away, and you are so quick in thinking. Your brain gets so sharper because I remember being from 18 to 23 where my memory was very foggy. My thinking, it was very haphazard, it was very foggy, and I thought, is it this some vitamin deficiency, is it lack of sleep, is it caffeine? But I swear, so much of that clutter just wipes itself out. And you stop seeing life through that rosy tinted window. You start seeing life for how it is. You actually open the window up, you put your head out, and you're like, okay, this is what it is all about. So that is really eye-opening. and it gives you like this new shift and new perspective, and your brain becomes so much sharper. I feel like IQ should be tested also after 25, because you can see that emotional intelligence spike. So, and EQ and IQ are connected, so you do see that IQ spike as well, because you're so quick with your mental calculations of a situation. You're so quick to assess a situation, and that actual street smart, understanding your boundaries, understanding where you are right now, and understanding what situation you're in and how do I make this work, happens so quickly that impromptu will just become like a standard setting in you. Before, for the things you need to prepare, for the things you need to rehearse, for the things you need to think and then act, those things would happen in real time. So your thinking is going to go so super fast that you're just going to be like, wow, I can do so much in so little time. I thought I had more energy back then. I actually have more energy now. On the other sides of the 20s, I have more mental energy. I'm selective about my emotional energy, and your physical energy completely lies on the fact that how active you are. So this has nothing to do with your frontal lobe developing, but the wisdom, oh boy, it is so beautiful. And honestly, I do also see a lot of people beyond 25 who act still foolish, who seem like they do not have their frontal lobe developed. Two things: either one, they haven't really tapped into that. They're not self-aware or conscious enough to know or to act on those impulses and to like believe and dive deeper into it and feel it at its core. And number two, they just haven't reached it. They're not that intelligent enough to notice this, and it doesn't matter to them if it happens with them or not. So if you are on a path of self-development, if you can feel the changes coming, if you really want good things to happen to you, it's going to happen to you. This thing, it's also like this emotional mental barrier you have inside, okay? If you do not wish to develop in life further, okay? Let's say you've turned 20 and you're like, you know what? I'm done. I no longer want to learn anymore. I no longer want to grow. I think this is it. I think this is the epitome of me. I think I have peaked. So there's no place to go higher. Like, I want to stay here. I want to stay comfortable. Good for you. I think you've reached enough. If you think that's your capacity, good luck. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you want more, and you're sort of hoping that, no, there's more to it, there's another level to it, there's something's going to happen. If you're actually looking forward to being more mature, if you're actually looking forward into bettering yourself, it is going to happen to you. And it's going to be an amazing feeling. And you're going to just be like, everything clicks. Everything clicks. I'm a different person. And I swear to God, I am a different person now. I have changed in ways that I'm so much happier and I'm so much better than who I was before. And if that's not evidence of growth, if you can't see yourself in the past and be like, although you think you were cringe, although you think you were not perfect, although you think you looked a certain way, behaved a certain way, act a certain way, you're going to look back and look at yourself with forgiveness. Because honestly, you stop caring. It's in the past. And you would feel much happier because you know how much you've grown. And the progress is all you're going to see. When you look back, you're not going to see the mistakes you did anymore. You're only going to see the progress that got you till here. And time is going to move so fast. You're going to feel the whole day in you. And you are going to be so much better at coping with, let's say, problems at work, problems in your social life, problems in your family, problems in your relationships. Like, your coping skills would become so much better, and you just wouldn't have time for drama because you'll be solving them so much quicker with ease. I can guarantee you that. Okay, let me tell you the next things that happen once you have developed your frontal lobe. Post 25, this is going to happen. You're going to get beautiful. You're going to get beautiful. You're going to get handsome. You're going to start looking good. It's going to happen. Especially if you're a woman, you're going to look so much better. And that beauty is literally from within. You would finally stop with that negative self-talk. And you would actually start loving yourself with or without your flaws. The confidence boost is just amazing. And to be honest, it's not the confidence boost, it's the insecurity evaporating from your body. It's the insecurity getting like exiting out by themselves. The trash takes itself out. That is how it's going to feel. And you actually would have like an aha moment, and you would start loving your reflection in the mirror. You would love it when you're talking to people, and compliments would actually mean things to you. Like you would start taking compliments seriously, and they would make sense to you. And the boost in confidence, it just radiates, like physically, emotionally, mentally, and inner. You are going to be so beautiful that, you know what, like you don't even care anymore. And you would be just going around impressing yourself with everything you do, because this newfound love, like, you know, I just woke up with an inbuilt self-love feature. Like when I crossed 25, I just woke up and I was like, okay, I guess from today I've decided to love myself. And it was just like, wow. Like, wow. Okay, another thing that's going to happen is accountability. You would start taking yourself and other people very much into accountability. You're going to remember things of who said what and who meant what they said when they said. Because saying one thing is different and acting on it is another thing. So accountability is going to be taken very seriously by you, and you would be taking yourself into account, and you would be taking other people into account, but at the same time you wouldn't be people pleasing anymore. So that is another like miracle in itself. And it's not just about boundaries, it's about like, you know, put your money where your mouth is. Okay, like if you said you're going to do so, show me, you know. And you're going to have that attitude with everything. It's like, listen, don't talk to me, show me, get the work done, I want to see results. And when you talk like that, like you are like your own mini boss. Okay, and you keep yourself into check. And also financial planning gets better, because now you have foresight. Like you have been gifted the super strength of having foresight. So the vision you're going to carry is going to help you predict how you want to manage your finances. And if by now you have been like blowing up your money, you've been in your broke era, you have been like spending money like crazy and then regretting it later. And if you have like multiple choices and where you have to spend money, you always pick the one with the bad choice. That's going to get eradicated. That priority, which I mentioned first, mixed with the financial planning foresight that's going to come, it is going to create this amazing vision that you just suddenly become better with money. You know, and actually, you understand the value of money. So that's another amazing, great thing that's going to happen. Another amazing thing that's going to happen is, if you're a dramatic girly like me, okay, if you're an emotional princess like me, if you're someone who's reactive, your emotions get in check so well. I think the frontal lobe developing also has this connection with your hormones, that you are more aware of your own body and what's working around on it, and you know what hormone is overreacting or what hormone is trying to do things like natural instinct. Like you are much more disciplined and in control of your hormones, and eventually of your feelings actually, because hormones affect feelings. So you would be more in tune with your feelings and emotions, and you would be so good at emotional control. Because I'll tell you something, before, if a situation would happen, I would immediately react, or if I'm trying to hold my reaction back in, you could see it in my face, you could see it in my body language, it was evident. Okay, but after getting your frontal lobe developed, because now you're making choices and trying to understand that, am I going to give this my attention or not, it's going to get so much better at keeping your calm and understanding that right now, does this require an action or a reaction, or do I need to pause myself, think back, and then react? And it's going to be a split matter decision. You're going to be so drama free because your emotions are so much in check. And it's not that you become cold hearted, no. You become so calm and clear that, one, I do not have the energy for this drama. Two, do I really like want to give a reaction? Because you know how people are going to perceive it. Because now you're good at reading the room too. So then you're like, you know what, I just don't want to participate in this right now. The last part of all of this is your decision making is going to get better. Your impulse control is going to get better. And you're going to get very selective with what you have to say with your words. And you are going to mean what you say. You're not going to make fake promises. If you can commit, that's what you're going to talk about. Your work efficiency is going to get so much better. And you, oh my God, I love this part. And you would be able to filter people very easily. Something happens, okay, like I don't know if this is some like facial recognition system that just activates. You can literally see people's facial expression and catch out if they're lying. You can catch out if they're saying the truth. You can catch out what their intentions are, like if their words are meeting their expression, if the body language is matching to the expression. It's just gonna make sense. Like you are going to have Intuition Pro unlocked. And this just gives you like superpower, honestly. And this will sort of make adulting fun, because now I'm having fun in adulting. Because from 20 to 25, I was just finding myself. I was just getting worried that I'm late to everything, that I'm missing out on things like my FOMO that I spoke about, all these experiences that I had to do, because the dilemma of options happens. You feel that the older you get, the amount of options are going to get limited. And that sets you in a panic that makes you feel that this is the only time I have. So you start rushing things in your 20s. But when you hit 25, that sweet, sweet spot between here and there, between transformation and change to permanency, the clutter just like vanishes. Okay, I can look at a situation. You remember those puzzles game we played on these online like games website? Like I remember there was this Sherlock Holmes game where there's this room and it's a cluttered mess. And in under 30 seconds, you have to pick like the clues from the room that will like give you a hypothesis, okay? Similarly, imagine your life having all these options, all these projects, all these people, everything, like it's a mix. And what happens between 20 to 25 is you have so much going on that juggling becomes so difficult that you feel like giving up, like you're bouncing all these balls and then you just want to like drop and not hold anything. Now what's going to happen is when you scan the room and when you scan your life, those things are automatically going to pop off. They're going to highlight themselves, and it will be so easy for you to cherry pick and decide and make those decisions. Balancing life becomes so much better, and trust me, do not force yourself into that process. I literally broke myself from 22 to 24 just forcing myself into finding that balance. And deep down, I do believe it was important for my character development. But when it just happened to me at 25, it started making sense. So I just feel that you are so ready for that challenge if you're looking forward to it. And if you're also 25 and it's not hit you yet, wait for 26, wait for 28. It's going to happen between 25 to 28, okay? So depends on how self-aware you are, depends on how healthy your environment is for that kind of growth. And there are a lot of different factors. But when you're ready now, trust me, it's just going to click and you're going to love it. So for all my friends who've been asking me, for everyone who's been asking me what happens when your frontal lobe develops, how is life beyond 25, how is it different? Trust me, babe, this is it. It is good. It is better. Look forward to it, because you will not be regretting one bit. It's a beautiful time. I feel like, you know how people are like, your 20s are the best. Yeah, maybe they're right. Because 25 is a great age, okay? You finally step into adulthood. Like, not adulthood, like grown up, mature, smarter 20. We're here making a very small, cute, focused community. So if you're one of the first people who've discovered me, join me on this journey. Get one-on-one sessions with me. I would love to talk to people, and it's all for free. I just want to know more people, interact, help you with your problems, help you with your life, help you glow up mentally, physically, spiritually. Go get it. Okay, so if you're here for the first time, if you're just discovering me, and whatever I say resonates with you, hit that follow button and let's make magic happen. That's all. Bye.